Hello, everybody. Willow, Mac, Al. Hope you are all doing well. Slept poorly. I know, there's so much, ever growing. There's Leon pasted over Cat's face. Into the 3Ks. Ooh. I mean, that's probably single horse territory, right? Like that's a horse at least. I think once you clear the double horse, you just rocket on up, you know? Like if we were to get sidetracked for some reason. If I were to get sidetracked, which would never happen, let's be completely honest. Then we could conceivably... Fanny Slam! I don't play favorites. Get sidetracked. Nerd. So here's my hypothesis. Alright, so Pen Pals, let's look at Classic Acres high scores. We're gonna see... If the game was like completely linear difficulty, and there was nothing stopping you from proceeding except for just bad RNG after a while, I think we would see like maybe a steady like leveling out at the end, where like you see the high scores kind of level out after a while, after the law of averages catches up to people. Maybe an outlier here or there. Instead, what I think we're gonna see is like some jumps. Some very obviously jumps. Willow, thank you for the 160 streak. Incredible. I think we're going to see some jumps wherein... Oh, wait, what's this? Pen Pal scores. Oh, wow, look at that. I have a... I don't know why I have this. Dating back to the first update. Maybe second update? I can't tell. Where I just listed the top scores on every level, and there were only like 25... No, like 20 scores on Classic Acres. I've got a little snapshot. I've got an ancient snapshot of high scores on Pen Pals. just sneaking by on the fan art. All right, so if I just paste this, oh, it's gonna, I don't like that formatting. What if I paste it in a notepad? Will it? No, okay, we're gonna have to do some shenanigans. I love massaging data into increasingly difficult shapes. It's doable. It's doable, but we're gonna have to do some little indirect stuff here. I just want to chart out the scores on a scatter plot, you know. I just want to view. I just want to scatter plot. We'll do x-axis. It's just index 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and y-axis is the actual score value. I think we're gonna see a lot of low scores from people that just like tried it and didn't care for it. Then we'll see like the actual people who kind of tried it a bit and did decently. And then we'll see the tryhards near the top, of course. Actually, lowest score is in the 1500. That's okay, so that's good. All right, did I get the right number of... I should expect 3 lines. Something's been skipped. Yeah, the 80s got skipped. Okay. Great. Need to go back a couple pages. 76 to 90. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. No. bring these down. Okay, so I've got a spreadsheet. You were on my old high score. I'm gonna call this spreadsheet high score distribution. Okay, so what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do here with this data, with all this data here? Hey, look, there's Zoom cakes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take index, yeah, row column offset. We want row number 3, column 1, right? Yeah, that gives us the value there. So instead of taking row 3, we're gonna take current row times 3. There we go. Copy this down. Yep, there we go. Boom. 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 Posey, stop. Please. Alright. Alright. Do a chart. Do a scatter plot of this. Okay, a little bit reversed from what I wanted, but it'll work. Alright, cool. Let's see it. Let's see it. Give me the big numbers. Yeah. Look at that. That's what I was looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's the double horse gap right there. You see that? You see that? It's clear as day. It is clear as day. So this is you're filling up your tank, your pin. Posey, get away from there. What was your score, Willow, that you said you got? 3,000s. 3,000s. So right around in here. That's with 1 horse. Yeah, and then right here, this is someone who almost has 2 horses. This is someone who almost has 2 horses. As soon as you get the 2nd horse, boom, your field is cleared up. You have so much room to work with that with just a little bit of extra time, with pretty much no additional effort, you get that much extra score. Yeah, you're looking at a clean 1,500 for free, which tracks with the lowest score being 1,500. That is I have a clean board and I'm just filling it up and randomly getting some hits. That's 1,500 points right there. You know, I'm trying, but luck is not on my side. Made some misplays. That's what a clean board is worth. 1,500 points. I am so validated seeing this gap here. Look at that nice even. And also, you see what I was describing, where it kind of stretches out as the scores get higher, where you see more distance in the lower scores, and then like the skill ceiling. The skill ceiling starts to peak. It's more of the RNG ceiling. But then, right here, I'm gonna call this the try-hard bubble. Right here at the tail. The people that are just gonna roll the dice 1,000 times looking for that sweet. I don't remember how many horses Jen got. It was a lot though. But yeah, there's the double horse gap right there. Very cool. Yeah, you gotta have you just have to take enough pulls on the slot machine to see that level of pointage. All right, there we go. We did a little bit of spreadsheeting and data manipulation and made a scatter plot, and we saw the thing we wanted to see in the scatter plot. Oh man, what a good start to a stream. I guess I should build a video game, huh? Dang it. Ugh. All right, we need. Where is this gonna be? Not really encounter. It can. I guess it can kind of live in the hub folder. This script. it feels weird putting it there. No, I think we would want a new folder specifically for the Colosseum. Every time I'm like, how is it? How is it? There we go. It's never the way I expected. 1L, 2S. Because you have one land with two sluices. Alright, Colosseum. Oh man. Imagine me being in that universe when I'm trying to build the game. I'm like, what have I done wrong? What have I done wrong? That is the terrible thing with RNG. Speaking of the terrible thing with RNG. Oh, snap. The bot. It got stuck. Bot, wake up. Wake up. We're good. We're good. I got trolled. We're gonna make a new script for Colosseum fight list. Whoa. See, it's interesting on the horizontal layout, I'm in front of the Mario 64 overlay, but in the vertical layout, I'm behind it. That's a fun little thing for all of you Dobbs heads out there. Put that in your next Dobbs trivia night that I know you guys love so much. Yeah, this is just a list of fights. This should technically be a resource. Don't worry about it. What is a fight? A fight. Should be list of fighters if specific fighters enforced. Highlight of D&D meetup nights. Hello, GQ. Thank you for the bees. And Willow, thank you for the lizard party. Willow, how are you finding Celeste? I know it's not technically your first time playing it, but you know, feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Love Celeste. Heck yeah. You're making progress. This is terrible. I need a haircut. This is a remnant of sleeping not in my normal bed. Physical form. I hate physical form. Ugh. Since the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh. No, last night, little Toadette was having a lot of trouble going to sleep, and she just needed somebody to be in the room with her. So, you know, fun stuff. No, that's just something I was thinking about the other day. So I had to put it out there into the world to be artistically understood, to connect to humanity as a whole, to let people know that I know that they know. I don't know where I'm going with that. List of fighters. Because... Nope, not abstract. Some fights, dabble only. Some fights, specific partner pair only. Twin Strike, okay, I guess. Early game, okay. I never really enjoyed using Twin Strike. I always felt like it was very meh card. All right, it's fine. And then some fights, any combo. Now, we want to do some cinematics for these fights. Not like big cinematics, but more like little conversations that we're going to have. Yeah, it was Ironclad. It just hits twice. I think it might be slightly better than a normal strike. It's very forgettable. I mean, some guy says it's the best. It deals 5 damage twice, and I'm pretty sure a normal strike deals 5 damage. It's fine. Not good. Hop on Slay the Spire 2. Yeah, let's go. It's on my to-do list. I have a growing list of things I want to do for fun after the game is done. Currently at the top of that list, Slay the Spire 2 co-op. Then I've got Deep Rock Galactic, Satisfactory, Mina the Hollower, probably, Hades 2, and then, of course, Minecraft stuff and Factorio stuff. I gotta make this dang old game. Alright. I think what we would like is if you have a specific partner pair that's required for a fight, that's like a little bit of lore that we can have. Like, hey, look, it's like a crossover episode. Cat is hanging out with Penny, and they're on the team. They've been on the team for a while. You know what? Maybe they can have just like a little Cat and Penny talk. We're gonna pass the Bechdel. Is it Bechdel test? We're gonna pass the Bechdel test. We're gonna have all the different pairs of partners be able to talk for a bit. Yeah, that's the one. Apparently, according to the pronunciation key, it's Bechdel. Yeah. I mean, Dabble's not really a male character per se, but the important thing is, we'll give a chance for Leon and Jack to really have a heart-to-heart. So optionally, a fight should have the chance for a cinematic in, like, I guess like a locker room sort of situation. Is it always the same locker room? Can we have a different set for each of these? It would be cool if these cinematics could be set up as like, all right, I need you to load this backdrop with this as actor 1 and this as actor 2, and here are their lines and action. Like, we could do that. We could set that up pretty easily to be very dynamic, and that way it doesn't even have to be the same backdrop every time. So optional. It's optional. Let's say cinematics. Pre and post fight slots available, and I don't think we can extend beyond that. I mean, unless we wanted to have like 2 separate pre-fight cinematics and 2 separate post-fight cinematics or something. Like, we could just chain them together. As long as there's no actual movement, it would be pretty easy to do. Like, if we can get by with just text, like, says a thing, says a thing, says a thing, says a thing. Hello, Dupu. So yeah, each of these fights can optionally have a cinematic before, maybe after, where the characters have a little heart-to-heart with each other. Dabble will... I don't know if the fights where it's Dabble will do anything, because, I mean, it's just going to be... I don't know. Chapter 1 has a lot of opportunities where Cat gets a chance to just talk at Dabble for a bit and just basically monologue to the audience. So let's see here. We're gonna include set actors, order matters, line list. There we go. Oh, I love lime carpet. Oh, we played a lot of Minecraft today, me and Little Toadette. I finally imported some villagers to our little town. Got our Fletcher, so we're making emeralds hand over fist. I gotta get the toolsmith leveled up, which is a pain. Normally I just sell lots of iron, but it sounds like in Bedrock, iron farms kinda suck compared to Java. So I might have to just do it the old-fashioned way. Optional cinematics, set actors, list of lines. This will just be a nice little opportunity for us just to have them like talk to each other for a bit. What else? What else does a fight need? It needs the actual battle, encounter details. Who are we fighting? Special modifiers, etc. I know! Also, oh man, my gears were ground the other day. Little Toadette hops on her cousin's Minecraft world. They're on each other's friends lists. I will give the Bedrock environment this for consoles. It is very easy to just play multiplayer with a friend. There's no, oh, you gotta set up your server and forward ports or anything like that. No, it's just like, oh look, they're playing right now. Join game. That's it. Very, very clean. So she hops in her cousin's world. Her cousin is clearly AFK. I did see the friends list stuff. I don't know how well that works for like connection, but that'd be pretty cool. Another one of the cousin's friends is online that we do not know personally. I do not know this. I'm gonna assume that it's a child, you know. So let's just assume it's another kid playing Minecraft. Little Toadette's running around. She's like, "Oh, finally, I found them." She's run halfway across the world to find the cousin. And she's like, well, they're not doing anything, so I guess I'm just gonna build a house. I'm gonna clear off some land. So she gets her shovel and she starts digging a dirt block, oops, accidentally hit the stranger, who is just like, oh, it's on, and just starts, you know, empty fist punching over and over again. It is peaceful mode, so you heal extremely fast. So Little Toad's just getting like punched around and like, I'm like, give me the controller. And in that moment, a fleeting moment, I was fully, no, it's a friend of the cousin was on the cousin's world with the cousin. So three players online was Little Toadette, cousin, and friend. For a moment, I was like, I can take this kid. I'm like running through the possibilities, like, all right, let's see. We dig a hole and just drop gravel on his head, suffocate it. Like, we got no items. We can't really be killed because he doesn't have any tools. We've got a shovel and an axe made of stone because we picked those up on the way. No sword. And I'm like, all right, we dig a hole and we bury him alive. Done. Easy. No, wait, better idea. Lure him out into the ocean, get some drown's attention. No. That's going to take too RNG dependent. Like, okay, hang on. If we can find some gravel and a little bit of iron, I can make a flint and steel. And I'm like, wait a second. All right, hang on. Back up. It's a child. The cousin never came back online, so we ended up just disconnecting, but I was fully prepared. I was just like, I was seeing the code. Like, how am I going to destroy this small creature who has dared to digitally punch my child, dealing no damage. Nothing but an annoying sound. Anyway. I was so prepared to escalate. I was like, no, you do not know who you 1v1 me, kid. You have no idea how many hours I have in this game. You guys remember Toxic Man Gamer, right? You guys remember good old Toxic Man Gamer? Video game vengeance is important. How could I forget? What an experience! Oh man! Top 10 Minecraft moments easily. Alright, let's see here. Fights. It's just fights, and we'll just put them in a list. It'll be a list of objects. Or should it be... Should each of these objects be an individual key we can key into? Or is it better to do like ID? See, if we do this, we get the ID built in. I need to learn how to actually do resources. I need to be a big boy. All right. We have to be a big boy and learn how to do cost. All right, so create new resource. So we have to extend resource. Oh gosh, I already don't like this. Wait, how does this work? Hang on. No, that's not it at all. We need to start with GDScript, right? Yeah, we do have to start with GDScript. Not with resource. Wait, does that mean that each... Oh, I don't know if I like that. Does that mean that every instance has to be one separate file? But then... hang on. Godot... Multiple resource instances in one file. Can we do that? Is that allowed? No, the proudest moment was I got to see a little hop. I got to see a little hop, and gosh, it was good. Doom. Al is mean everywhere. He's mean now? Oh no. Oh, how do we do what I want to do? I mean, I just want to have an enforced thing. All right, let's see. Define resource in GDScript. Is that? I don't think this works. I don't think this works the way I want it to work. Nobody lets him do anything. They do it like this, and then have like byte 1 equals an object, byte 2 equals an object, but nothing enforces the format exactly. This gives me a built-in key which is good. As long as we never touch it. No, that's exactly what Hovercat said. Word for word. Exactly like that. I think we'll... Let's see. We want to have... fighters. So there can only it can only ever be a regular fight where you just get to pull in whoever you want. Two specific partners, or only dabble. Hello, SRD. What up, Summer and Dev? Thank you for the raid. Hello everybody. Get the bees out of here. Hi, welcome. You missed some exciting scatterplot spreadsheet action. Change schedule, start stringing sooner and something. No! My perfect raid streak. I think you've raided me before though, it's fine. I'm not. Bees, so many bees. I don't have my bee emote anymore. It got thrown in the trash in favor of newer, better emotes. Maybe not. I'd love to like filter the activity feed, but it only goes back like a little bit. I'm surrounded by bees. However, well, you had a very fortuitous time. I went out of my way. I have a spreadsheet. Statistic. I had a spreadsheet of different streamers that I would track. So what I would do is when I was ending stream and I was running out of people to raid, I just grabbed a list of everybody that was on the game dev category. I threw it into a spreadsheet, and then the next day I went back when I wasn't streaming and I looked back and checked people's VODs. I listed like, okay, here's how much longer this person normally streams on this day. Here's what they're working on. You know, here's other things they do that aren't game dev that might mean that, oh, we got some other things in common we could talk about. Oh, look at that. I should put the game up because people are going to be just looking at code. There's a giraffe. It's fun. Where can we go? Go to the mall. Bring me to the mall. No, not to the mall. That's going to have all sorts of cinematic triggers that are broken right now. It's fine. We're in the mall. And so, yeah, I had you on a spreadsheet, I think. I think that's how we wound up doing that. Anyway, how was stream? Hope it went well. Changed my mind about the mall. That is how we met. Some people that we still get to raid semi-frequently. Imp, Imperatus Games, who I found out ahead of ever raiding into his channel that he likes Link to the Past Randomizer and a little bit of Mario Kaizo and D&D 5e. I know I saw you were doing a really fast game development thing, so that's fun. I love being able to just make a game and not worry about making clean code that I have to maintain. Just throw it together and then just cast it into the sea. It's a good feeling. Let me look at this spreadsheet some more. Who else do we get? I've got lots of categories, you guys. I've got lots of categories on this spreadsheet, just so you know. Let's see here. What else we got? The current projects. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Look at these people that I occasionally. Oh, I've got this person down as sickeningly good art, and I've never seen them stream again. You're not, which probably means that you, in the times that I set the spreadsheet up, you were not streaming when I was ending, which is like the pinnacle. That is like we've got the hierarchy of needs for raid targets, and at the bottom of that pyramid is you have to be streaming when I end my stream. That's like the whole point. is I need you to be online on the same days that I'm online. No, I do not. Those are the exact days I do not stream. So there you go. Small Block Boy, who was of particular note because he had they had a Paper Mario-like game, which is a particular interest to me. Soulmates. I know, right? Yeah, these little dioramas. I've got these little, like, fake rooms because I was like, I can't have the entire mall be one big scene. I need these little, I need these to be transition zones. And so I just took a screenshot of the scenes and pasted it in as a big sprite texture. And then we can actually like transition into the interiors. I do like 3D platformers. Oh gosh, I'm remembering now that there's like little arcade sound effects going on all throughout this arcade that I completely forgot about. I do like 3D platformers. I think those are fun. I just wish I could play 3D platformers again. I wish I could play video games again. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be great. Epic Photon was on the list, and he hasn't been able to. He's on hiatus for a bit. I think he said he was moving. But then no, I cannot. No, don't put me in Mario. That's a good star name. I will play video games in earnest again once this is done. Everybody check out this bird that everybody is weird about. It's an emu. It was an ostrich, but now it's an emu. We got all kinds of fun streamer references. Enjoy food. Don't burn mouth. No, I can't. If I start playing video games, I'm going to keep playing video games. Also, this bird. Don't look at that. That's fine. I need to finish this. I just need to lock in. I just need to lock in. Yeah, it's Taco Ranch. These are the mall rats. They're cool. There's other things going on, but we're just not going to look at those. Because today, we're working on the hub world more, which is big and full of exciting overlapping cinematics, and it's going to become a huge mess. And it's not lagging yet, but I need to put more things in behind loading zones. I need to put more things in separate areas, in separate scenes, and not have everything just coexist in this one massive scene. Because it's starting to get real. It's gonna get real bad if I keep it up. Hi Day, hope you're doing well. So we're gonna make the Coliseum. This is the Coliseum here, which is gonna be a side quest where you can have some pre-scripted fights to fight. But it's gonna be different because normal, like to analog to Paper Mario. I hate this little tuft of hair. To take an analog from Paper Mario, in Paper Mario battles, you have Mario and a partner. Always Mario and whatever partner you've got. These are going to be different because some of these fights is going to be dabble only, and some of these are going to be just two specific partners. So you're going to have a battle with just a pair of partners, which is weird and different and cool and interesting, and we like it. Hi, XFC. I'm making a Paper Mario style game. It's cool and neat. Hi, also. Video in a game, that's right. So yeah, the idea is that this is going to be like the Coliseum where you can go here and you can pick which fight you want to do, and then they'll open the door, and then we'll transition to a little place. That'll be great. frogs. Look at this glorious tablecloth that, with a little bit of really bad Blender shortcuts, was trivial to make. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that that turned out all right. Aw, thank you, Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky. I appreciate it. It's got a lot of charm and character and characters and lots of characters, and I've drawn so many freaking characters to make this happen. Yeah, this whole area, by the way, just to give you some context, if you're familiar with Paper Mario, this will make a lot of sense. This is the area that you will be able to access after Chapter 2 that will lead you into Chapter 3. So Chapter 3 is that way. This is the hub world right here, where you can access all the different chapters. So you gain access to this small area of town before Chapter 3. Hi. Oh yeah.
I don't have a proper hair clip with here. So
All right, hang on. Let me just. Oh, exposed.
Let's see if it'll work.
Okay. Yep. I used to have a hair clip for this specific scenario. This is Hovercat.
Hi. See how that goes.
Yeah. Have you met anybody? Never mind.
What?
Have you met all the new people? Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Hi.
Fanny
I know
Slam?
them, yeah.
Some Randev?
No.
They're cool.
Hi.
They've got a very Curbska energy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is good, by the way. You don't know Curbska. Curbska hasn't streamed in years. Thank you, Fanny Slam. No, not cursed. Curbska. Formerly Curbska. But he dropped the T at some point. And before that, it's not even worth mentioning. He had a podcast. He was part of the group of people that I just injected myself into on Twitch when I first started streaming. I got involved in a Mario Maker 2 race event. There was a weekly race event for Mario Maker 2 video game. I used to play platformer video games a lot. And I was, you know what? I was pretty good. I won a lot. I won an unreasonable amount of money for my mediocre skill set. They paid out. I was raking in like 20 or 30 bucks a week prize money from Mario Maker 2 races. It was a really, really fun event. And I met a lot of interesting people. Among them was Germdove, who was a much smaller streamer at the time. He's like full-time streamer now. But Germdove had a small circle of people he hung out with on Twitch, including Lurking Turtle, GameCube, Curbska. Is that everybody? That's probably everybody. I'm gonna forget somebody and be really embarrassed. And I was like, okay, yeah. They say at the end of the race, it's like, oh, make sure everybody who's watching, make sure to follow these great racers, check out their streams. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go follow these racers, and I'm gonna get out of my little comfort zone and meet people. Dupu showed up via Germdove. I love tracking kind of like almost a tree of life, the tree of how I met each and every person. But yeah, Dupu we met through Germdove. So I got kind of friends with Germdove, and then I kind of like he raided into some channels and I met them, and then I'm like, okay, these guys are always in each other's channels. They're like a little circle of Twitch friends. I'm gonna do what every good introvert does and just attach myself to an existing group of friends, and then they're my friends. That's how it works. And I did that, and I just kind of snuck into the friend group. And that's how the Dobbleverse was formed. And we've met so many people as a result of that, and had so many fun times. Yeah, so that's when I actually started like gaining, viewership, I guess. Now wait a second. Now hold on, Clarence. SRD, I'm finding out, is secretly like already knows, like, SRD, they're like big already on some platforms, including Twitch. I thought when I started popping into SRD's streams, I thought I was like, oh whoa, hey, this guy's like, he's got some personality, he's got some pizzazz, and so few people here. This is my little secret. I found a little secret stream to hang out in. Oh, this is gonna be great. And then I find out, like, oh yeah, my last, yeah, you've been doing this for a while, it turns out. And I'm like, well, dang it. I'm too socially awkward to go into streams when they get busy. And so I'll like lurk and stuff. It's like my little local greasy spoon suddenly got popular. And it turns out it's always been popular. Oh, the nerve! The nerve! I love being in the streams. I just have my little mental hitches that I need to work around. Oh, we're gonna be best friends. We're gonna be best friends. Aha! Aha! Now you see, there are 2 doors. One Discord tells only lies. You met Germ via one streamer. And then Dupu from... Yeah, Dupu met through Dove. I met Mac through Germ. Willow, I think, through Germ. Al through Germ-Dove. Germ-Dove was a very traveled node in this graph. Yeah, no, Fanny Slam, you're everywhere. Anytime I'm like, I'm gonna go check. You know what? What's this person? I've got like a Tuesday or Thursday where I'm not doing anything. I'll just pop in like, what's this? What's this guy? What are they doing? What's this person doing? And Fanny Slam's in chat all the time. Every stream, never fails. Just surfing game dev categories. Ridiculous. Look at this buff kangaroo. He's got a little pooch, but it's more of a pouch. If you're not in the chat, probably a reason. Waka waka. Hey, on that note, I found out that Frankerface Z has a fantastic channel blocking feature. I was using a really hacky uBlock filter. So every once in a while, I'll just look at the software game category, and then if I see like, certain types of game dev streams going on, I'm like, I'm not interested in ever seeing this. Get this out of my page, so I can like focus in when I'm looking for raid targets or something. I could see just the meat. I don't want to see the unmanned channels where it's like it's just a bot, or it's a game that runs on Twitch. You play it in Twitch. Whoa, no. I want to see a person making a video game. I think I've got them both. I don't know at this point. I set it up like years ago, and I've just never want to even have to think about it. I use it sparingly. I've basically just got it because I like the preview tooltip stuff for links, and I like the pronoun extension where people can set up their preferred pronouns, which is really nice. Dave's gonna make a game. Boom. Yeah. I'm collecting. It's good. What is that add-on? I'm gonna do a plug for it because it's really good, and everyone should do it. And I have no idea how I'm gonna get to that, but I don't know. What is it called? What is it called? What are the? No, these are not the add-ons. No, enabled add-ons. It's not even in here. Okay, cool. I don't know. Anyway. That's the one. Yes, I recognize it because I have no idea how I'm supposed to parse that. Praeljo? Praelja? I don't know. Ah, there you go. There you go. That's it. That makes sense. We're getting nothing done tonight. This is just I need enrichment. I need to be just talking at people. I need to get as much as I can in tonight because work is tomorrow. It's gonna suck. Fights. How are we gonna? We're just deciding how we're gonna store data here. Get your food. Thank you again for the raid. It's shocking, but not unwelcome. I gotta do the real shout out. Yeah. If anybody's not following SRD, they are an excellent streamer. High wacky energy, but not in a grating way. It's a very fine line for me. Like there are some I'm not gonna name names because I think it would be rude, but there are some streamers that are just past that level for me that I cannot watch. That I think they're really cool people, and I really think they're doing some cool stuff, but I can't watch them because they're just like one notch too zany. Oh, another one of those. Yeah, that's no fun. It really does suck. It really does suck. The uncomfortable chair. It's like you get the chair. You aim expertly. Super Hyper's hard to watch. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. I really want to say who it is, but I'm not gonna. Everyone's doing cool stuff. Everyone's doing cool stuff. You know what? I've said this before. I used to say this a lot in the Mario Maker 2 stream days, which is different people like different things. And that's okay. That's great, even. Different people like different things. Now look at this little bit of hair and this little bit of hair. Every time I see myself in the vertical, because in the vertical, my head's really big. It's right there. It's like, oh, it's a picture of me. It's an animated picture of me. It's a live, moving picture of me. Ooh. People just like what I like. How do we want to store who you play as? So what we could do is just, I could just say that it's like presence or absence of a key. What do we do if both keys are present? We never should have both keys present. Hopefully, if we set up the data right, then that'll never happen, and we only have to set up the data for each fight once. And presumably we're gonna 100% this game a few times before release, so it should be fine. Yeah. I hate this. No, I don't want to have two separate key types. What if it was like so the partner index is 0 to 5 for the 1st through 6th partner you unlock. Perfect. Thank you, GQ. I love getting sent to Mario 64. I'm so happy with how that alert turned out. It's all native Twitch alerts, which means it is raw HTML and CSS. And that's it. There are like a few external resources, like the font, the star image, which is uploaded to Twitch's server anyway, and the sound is also uploaded to Twitch's server. The star animation is using CSS image offset with a step function. So it actually is like, it's one long image and it's just like slide showing really fast to be a perfect emulation. Like I got really in depth in watching frame by frame long plays of Mario 64 so that I could see exactly how many frames does it do this, how many frames is the fade in, how many frames is the fade out. It's all extremely detail oriented for no good reason. So if we do something like this, we'd say, okay, this, if I say partner fight equals 0, 1, then it's okay, you have just Cat and Leon. That makes for good television, right? Talking about the advertisements. Taco Ranch. Explode if they're both there. I mean, basically, that's going to be the idea. Because I'm going to have to do an if-else branch anyway. And then we can use the key. We need an unlock. Prerequisite, right? Toothpaste, okay. Oh, hello, nothing, don't look at that. Don't look at that, clear chat. Only the PSA did. Oh, well, yeah, I guess so. I want to do more Paper Robot emotes at some point. Because we've only got, what, five drawn emotes. Horse spin doesn't count, because that's just a screen capture. That one was just captured directly from Godot. Horse spin is just a callback to the clip where I just really broke things and everything just started spinning infinitely. It was really funny. Horse spin can stay, of course. Horse spin is good, but it's not like it wasn't made specifically. It wasn't a hand-drawn emote. Not like our good buddy Mart here in the high emote. Mart, the original character, very cool guy. That was drawn live. Someone wanted to know how to make an emote, and I made our original character Mart. I think I was vaguely channeling Connecticut Clark from that Tumblr post about Connecticut Clark, which is a really good one. Unlock prerequisite. Why would we want that? Is there a case where you need more than just you have the part. Yeah, absolutely there is, because there's going to be some cases where, like, dabble only fights. Do we make it so the fight? No, we're not going to make it so the fights are unlocked in a specific order. Like, oh, you can't do this fight until you've done that fight. That's not. I want to give you some choices. So we will have unlocked if as a callable. A callable that returns a Boolean, which we can make a helper function for that. We can make a helper function. How do I want it to be worded? Unlocked if equals is state met. Is state criteria met. I've got some kind of function about state criteria right here, scene manager. Does state meet criteria? And this could be like this state colon this range. Now this requires a single Oh yeah, I forgot about this completely unrelated character of Al's. The Mog lore. Well, it all starts. What's it? GQ would have said it. Gart, that was him. Yeah. Vending machine. Was this guy? This guy right here has been the source of so many fun emotes. Moggers. My OC Bart. The Bart. Yo. I feel like this should include a semicolon so that we can have a case where we have, like, I gotta get out the back scratcher. There we go. Always gotta have that in the drawer. Where we can chain multiple. Moon. If I'm gonna show off any game, it's not gonna be Moon Rover. It's gonna be Ball Catcher Pro, the original Unity one that was made in one stream. And was a ripoff of a Chuck E. Cheese game that I vaguely remember from when I was like 10. The hardest level in the world, that's right. It's on the list of hardest video game achievements. I don't know where this list is, but it's on the list. I saw a screenshot. Right. It's mentioned honorably. Chain multiple requirements with semicolon, all must be true. Or would an ampersand make more sense there? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, I don't think we can. I think you can play the individual games, kind of a mini game island, Mario Party 1 style. But you can't play multiplayer anymore. It was server-based, and that server has not been up in years. Um... Split on semicolon. Let me make sure this isn't being used. Oops. No, it's not. Okay. Dabble Cart. Oh, man. We could watch the trailer for Dabble Cart. Who wants to watch the trailer for Dabble Cart? What would happen if I just YouTube search Dabble Cart? Would it come up? It does. It's the first. It's the first thing. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. Whoa. T. The auto captions just have the letter T, and that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Dabble Cart? Dabble Cart? Hey, Photon. Oh wait, stop! This was my Learn Godot project. You hear that it's the theme song. It's the opening stream theme song, but with electric guitar voice. It's my one song. I'm just gonna keep using it. Switch 2. As if Switch 2 can handle this. Look at all these colorful characters that you probably recognize. Some of them, maybe. It's Rover of Moon Rover. It's Al of Al fame. I was really struggling to learn Blender. Oops, all GQ. Now, okay, so there's the main Dabble theme, of course. But that was all... oh yeah, here we go. So I said that I've done a lot of Mario Maker 2 streams. Hold on, this is the whole direct.
Hi, I'm sure they'll send your run to a friend.
So I just made Mario Maker 2, but better, because I hated what Mario Maker 2 was doing. This is a running theme. I like a game so much that I hate it. And I'm like, why didn't they do this better? And then I just make it better. This was... I am proud of this game. With its... Guess the size of the tiles in pixels. 16 by 16? Good guess. It's 12 by 12. Yeah, Al made the most levels, and they were good levels, too. Alright, so here's the kicker on this game. No engine. It was JavaScript. Raw JavaScript and Spite. Getting the slopes to work took about as much work as the rest of the game. And it made me realize why slopes were not included in Mario Maker 1. They really are bad. Kaizo Dabble Worlds? Title drop! Whoa! Do we have Popples clear of his hardest level ever? What was his? Oh man, then there's the Rise of the Dabble Dragon trailer. The free expansion. It really felt like it was a game just for our little neck of the internet. And it was really fun to make. And the ongoing gag was that everybody wanted the Dabble Dragon added to Dabble Worlds. What was the Dabble Dragon? Nobody had any answer for that. They were just like, yeah, I want the Dabble Dragon. So I added like background change triggers that you could add into levels. Music change triggers. The Dabble Dragon. Such drama. All these weird... I wanted to make... Alright, the weirdest thing about this update is that more than half of the things that I added were like, what would look cool in a trailer? What would make people go like, oh, ooh, what is that? What is that? Ooh, how does that work? Like a giant slime that you can swim in. It counts as water. It's fun. Barrels for Al. That was a Wind Waker thing. Hiding in barrels. Loved it. Loved it. Where is Popples? Do I just need to search for no, there's Popples' channel where he does a video about the 1.12 update. All right, let's see here. Search for Dabble. No, it's not in here. Wait, yes it is. Never mind. He's got a playlist. He's got a playlist of his presumably hardest levels ever. What was the one? What was his hardest level ever? Faded Memories, right? Does that sound that sounds like it. Or Insanity. That also sounds very difficult. Let's look at hard Dabble Worlds levels. With no audio. I can't even... He's doing key jumps, he's doing spin jumps. Look, his levels were difficult. However, they were also a visual nightmare, because a double shell jump off a surf. Ridiculous. I don't even know what's going on. Can't even tell what's happening half the time.
I wonder how choosable this level is, but I didn't really try to.
I'm not gonna look at the background. That's a bitrate killer, most likely. I don't know. See, some of these setups are like, okay, I could do that. And then some I'm like, no, obviously not. Never. But that was Popple's thing, is making things as hard as possible. Obscure tech, hard execution. Different people like different things. Juggling. He loves juggling. The clam jump. I mean, it's cool. It's really cool, visually impressive stuff, but I have no idea. What was that? Item stuff. It was. The game was not designed for that level of stuff. Alright. If split condition list dot size is greater than 1, then we have conditions. then just return split condition list dot all. Do we meet all of these? That's it. Done. Easy. All right, cool. So that works. So now this can accept semicolon separated stuff. So now our Coliseum fight list could use scene manager does unlocked if it still needs to be a callable. It needs to be a callable. So we want to do bind with the condition. So this gives us, you know, just a static. Yeah, it needs to be a callable because the values can change depending on when you hit it. Then again, would there be a case, like, what if something's condition was, like, met while you were on the scene? Then, yeah, you want it to be a callable where it computes which ones are available when you open the menu. I think that's how we handle that. It's a little bit silly, but I'm gonna go with it. Oh. All right. So unlock prereqs. List of fighters. Okay, so this will be for... Yeah, so we want... See, I could have like a -1 in there, or I can just do like this, if it's dabble only. If both of these have values, then we have a problem. But we don't have to have any of these values, because we'll do a get with a default value of false and a get with a whatever else, doesn't matter. Optional cinematics. I think a separate key for each cinematic time is fine. Pre-fight cinematic will be an object which has to contain... I mean, if it's null, then there just is not a pre-fight cinematic and we jump straight into the battle. That's fine. So it has to contain a set. Let's call it backdrop set. Or no, let's call it set path. Set scene path? Set scene path. Do we want to assume that it always is partners for these? Will there ever be a case where there's anyone else here? I don't think so. I think we can get away with just saying, all right, this is always going to be used specifically for fights that are partner fights, in which case we already have who is the first actor and who is the second actor done. Okay. But then we need the list of the lines that we're going to use for this. Do I want to have a separate raw 0? This is the list of just all lines in the prologue zone, and that's getting to be pretty big. I would not mind a separate thing entirely for this. Yeah, why not? Raw text Colosseum. Next we need the text script handler, because it keeps track of these for us. There we go. Okay, so now we can actually have our little scripts here where the two characters chat with each other and be like, oh. What will these look like? Paul slash okay, good. No shared first initials, so I could say that it's the Cat Leon fight, and then just have the lines numbered for however much there is. Do I just assume it's gonna swap back and forth between them? That would be nice. Line 1, Leon. All right, so it'll be like this. Okay, good. So we'll call this the convo. How do we do a good conversation here? Like this. This is what it normally looks like. It's a bound function, right? Bound function. It's still going to run this, though. Ooh, it's still gonna run this. Ooh. So we want to bind it into another function. We want to have a function down here called simple conversation. List of line keys is going to be an array. Make simple conversation. So convo is instead going to be a function that it spits back that returns the conversation. And that way it doesn't have to fetch all these lines in advance. It only has to fetch it when I run the call function. So to do these, this already is return a conversation. So how does that work? If I get conversation, here we go. Conversation queue. Start conversation. Which is start conversation by actor code, which gets... oh, that's gonna be tricky now that I think about it. It'll be fine. Okay, conversation queue will include the actors themselves. So we gotta make sure we're careful on that. Make simple conversation is gonna generate... Yeah, maybe we override the actor codes for the set. Override actor codes or rewrite cinematics. simple enough. Because get conversation doesn't work as well. But yeah, we're just going to return the list of things. So let's have turn or line in list of line keys. Append something. What does a single conversation step look like? It looks like this. And we need the actor code, of course. You can build a Cyclops now. You have one eye? You found one eye? Convo step is going to be a bound function. And then we're going to append it. The actor. Oh, the actor. How do we get the actor here? I think we need the actors listed as a thing here. Actors sub. And then we'll just increment by convo step. So we'll take Plasmod, doesn't have to be Plasmod. Work.size, actors.size. So this will just loop over the actors. So there's our actor. That gets appended, and there we go. So the convo, we're gonna call this convo maker now. I think that's gonna make more sense to us. Because it's gonna be a bound function. List of lines, list of actors. Uh-oh. We don't have the actors yet. Convo maker. I want to bind a bindable? I'm getting a little bit into callback purgatory here. How do I want to call this function? Think of it from the other side. How do we want to call the function? So we're in this thing that's making the cinematic. It's like, okay, I've instantiated the scene. I have instantiated the actors. I have my actors. Now I need to start the conversation. And that looks like this. Start conversation with a Q. So I'm going to be running that. Start conversation. Well, I need to get my conversation. So do I have my actors? I already have them. And then I'm going to call conversation maker. That's the problem. If I call conversation maker, if I call it, it would be, you know, I'd be calling it with nothing because it's already bound the functions it's already bound the parameters it needs. So I could have this return another callable, which in turn is prepped to be called with the actors. But then that doesn't work for... I'm thinking too far ahead. I'm already trying to plan for situations where the conversation is not simple. Let's start with this. Instead of conversation maker, let's just have convo line keys. And then we're just gonna let this play out from that. we'll just pull it from there. We're not going to have this as a bound function or anything. We're just going to have the list of keys for this fight, which is something like this. There we go. Done. There's our conversation keys. 1, 2, 3. If I wanted to get really fancy, I could just have an array of 1, 2, 3 and then map it to this format, but that is probably going to break if I do that eventually. Okay, there we go. There's our cinematic. We're not going to do a post-fight cinematic. But if we did, it would be right there. And then we actually need the encounter details. And this is going to look very familiar. It's going to look like our standard thing that we generate from our, not our encounter manager, the encounter zone. Let's see here. Yeah. Here's a nice example here. Welcome back, Al. You missed a lot of hemming and hawing, which is, you know, top tier what the people want to see. So we need a list of enemy keys and anything else that's important. Encounter details can actually contain quite a lot of things. If I do .get, if I look for the .gets, we should see we can specify what kind of music to use for the battle. Whether or not it drops loot, which actors in the scene get KO'd. Partner fight indexes, right. This is going to be base encounter details. It's going to get overridden a bit because we're going to add in partner fight indexes if we need to for partner fight. For fights where the main character is just not present at all. Arena effects, those might not come up a lot, but they could. I mean, after all, this is meant to be like weird scripted battles where the enemies are a little bit different. What else? Arena effects. I think that's it. Set override. Set the set override to a specific Coliseum. No, 1L. Coliseum backdrop. I think we could have some like cheering people watching the fights. That could be fun. Okay, I think that's all we need for encounter details. All right, so this is what a fight is going to look like. It'll be a little bit more compact for individual fights. Did we already discuss some possible things that we're going to do? Yeah, here we go. Let's add that to our manager here. Yeah, we could do mega enemies, preset status effects, abilities disabled. Those can go into counter details. The battle manager can read off of that very easily. Enemy list. Enemy list can be as simple as a string representing the enemy key, or it can get more complex. Let's say Piggle. We can add additional properties to this, but I don't remember what. Flank fights. Oh yeah, let's put that on here. Forgot about that one. That's a fun one. What else can we do with the enemy list? Is Mega. For big enemy fights. That's pretty much it for now. Whether or not it's Mega and whether or not it's a flanking fight. Cool. Done. Easy. Easy peasy. All right. Now that we have the basics of what a fight looks like, now we have to actually call this. This has to be pulled into a menu, which is going to be all right, so to access that, we're going into Convo 0, Chapter 0 Conversations. Oh man, I love minigame. All right. Oh. Coliseum sign. Hey, Mendoza. So this is where we actually need to... is this where we need to generate the menu? Wait, we got one more. We got one more. Bring me Bart. Boy. No, I don't want to do a choices thing here. I want to do a combat menu effectively, which I don't know about that. There he is. The trifecta. How do we get from here to what is effectively a cooking menu? It's not really a cooking menu, but you know what I mean? You don't know what I mean. You don't have to know what I mean. Don't worry about it. It would be cooking. Cooking menu. How do we do this normally? We override these and then we instantiate a menu. Okay. So we just call this. So yeah, let's make a function that we can call. Display fight menu. And we're going to borrow heavily from this. We're going to say, yep, you're in a dialogue, you're in a conversation step, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, I love Zora's Flippers. I don't, actually. I think it's it's fine. I don't love it, but it's fine. How about that? Is that good enough for you, Zelda? Don't need this. We do need a cancel callback. The menu's gotta be cancelable. What else? I guess we will do this. Sure. Seems a little hacky. Then we need to add items What is this? What is this? What is this parameter? Parameter 1, 2, third parameter. What is that third parameter for this? Is enabled. Oh. Oh. But we do want a prompt text on this, though. Select a fight. What is the first what is the first one you add, though? What do you add iteming? Why is the item? Oh, I know why. I know why. This right here is for when I later add 2 item cooking, which is in the engine. It works, but there's nowhere you can access it. This is so that if you cook the third, if you say, I want to cook the third item in my inventory, and then it's like, okay, what's the second thing you want to cook? You cannot choose, oh, I want to mix it with the third item in my inventory. No, we disable it if it matches. Okay, so for fight in fights, we add in our fight. This is going to be much more complex. Oh wait, no. Ooh, no. We need to we need to iterate over the keys. Fight keys equals fights get keys. Object dot get let's look at a directory real quick. That'll help me. How do we grab the list of keys? Get property list. Get property list. I hope that returns what I expect it to return. For fight key in fight keys, fight equals fights sub fight key. Name it the fight key for now, which is just going to be sample fight. We can change. We'll probably have a name. That would be a good thing to have, wouldn't it? These need names. So add fight.name as the title. Description. I don't know that we're gonna add. I don't know about that. It is always enabled. I don't remember what this index is for. Oh, that's like cost. And then the icon index, which might have a default value. Come on. Let me see this. There we go. Yeah, there's a default icon for that. So we can just kind of ignore that one for now. All right, so that's gonna make a fight menu. So I guess we need to then fight list. This conversation here, we're going to grab the fight list object. We have to do like .new, right? Is that how this works? Show me examples of this. Yeah, .new. temp. Ha. Okay. So fight list. I think we just return nothing for now, but we call fight list dot display fight menu. I think that's right. Next up, let's make a... Oh, it's almost time to... We're getting close to the end of the stream. I feel like this was... For anyone that is new to the stream tonight, I regret to inform you, this is what a high energy stream looks like. Which is more to say that I expended a lot of energy. This is more animated than usual. Here we go. This is what we need. We gotta put this in the hub. Here-ish. On the... Oh, it's just a sprite here. Oh, this really needs to be a whole node, right? Were it not for the negative 90 degrees. Transform. Move the... Oh, nope. Nope. Yeah, right there. And then right there. Coliseum fight list. Oh wait, and then refresh rotation, and now move all this stuff in here. In addition to this. Alright. Don't need the actual sign itself, but I need the interact zone. I can't see it though. Okay, I kind of see it, and it's very small. Collision shape. Clear. New box shape. Boom. Oh my gosh, it's a Germ Dove raid. Germ, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. How was your stream? It does. It's the perfect counter. It's the perfect counter. The perfect counter. All right, we're gonna see if this works. I don't know. Can I do it for the raid? It feels like it's less interesting when it's programming versus playing video games. For the raid, it failed immediately. Get property list is not in base dictionary? Are you sure? I guess not. It's not. A monstrously good run. That sounds like something you would say on like a promo for something around Halloween. Who says monstrously when not referring? That's like saying whale of a time when not referring to actual whales. 2 bosses in 1 life. All right, all right. Are you getting good? Is this your new game? Is this it? From now on, 100% Rogue Legacy 2. Godot, dictionary, get keys. Because it's not an object. You just call dot keys. Okay, well that's much easier. There's so much game. You could be the guy. You could be the guy that's making all the Rogue Legacy 2 content. Cannot call add child on an item container. That's no item containers doesn't exist. What do you mean? Oh, what am I looking at? Why doesn't it exist? Where's item container? Wait, why doesn't this exist? You gotta love New Game Plus. It was weird. Tunic had a New Game Plus, which was really silly because you could just keep increasing the stats to a monstrous degree. Where is where is this? Conversation. I don't know, it's it'd be like I don't know where it'd be. Text script handler. No, not there. Fight list. Makes Coliseum fight list, which in turn tries to instantiate, tries to display fight menu, which tries to run this. That looks good. More and more layers. Oh no. One of those games. One of those layered games. Does the menu instance just not exist? What's going on here? So then it gets to add item, but it's like, oh no. Oh, there. We have to add child. Okay, we're good. We're good. We got it. We got it. We're good. We're fine. I don't know if this will work. Gotta remember to clear this out when it's done. Oh wait, the menu code takes care of that. For the raid! This is the one! No. Wasn't the one. Why not? Add the child. Menu instance has been added. It should exist. Alright. Kill the raid. Kill him. No, why doesn't this exist yet? Item container doesn't exist because this thing has not been instantiated yet. This thing is supposed to get instantiated once I add it to the scene tree. So it should be... Oh, is it not in the scene tree? Wait a second. Wait a second. It's not in the scene tree because this isn't even the scene tree. That's the joke, right? Is that the joke? It might be a joke. I hate this joke. Well, everyone who's coming in, guess what? We're about to raid out, so get wrecked. I did it! Yay! Look at that! We have a sample fight! Yay! And then we're stuck there forever, because I'm not doing anything when it ends. Get this symbol out of here. That was a lot of work to make the menu pop up, but here we are. This is still not done yet. Cool. Well, many more Rogue Legacy 2 streams to come. You're gonna become the guy, etc., etc. Text lines. Get line of list of line keys. You get the line key. Here it goes. Boom, right there. Done. So what we're working on, by the way, is a whole It feels like half of this game is side content, which I think is probably good. It makes the game feel more full of stuff to do. We're making a little battle zone, a little coliseum, private fight club. That's the security. Do you know what this kangaroo is? Do you know what this kangaroo is? He's a bouncer. Because you see. Yeah. Anyway, we have lots of people we could raid into. Day's on. Chip is on. I need to raid Chip soon. Quillo's on. Haven't raided them in a while. Okay, let's limit it. Let's send everybody over to Chip's channel, Big Boy Games Official. I'll pop into Days in a bit to say hi. Yeah, we have to work on this full cycle. The cycle of access a fight, choose it from the list, fight, go in, do a cinematic that's different every time. Do we want to have some like generic cinematics for the other ones where it's just like whichever partner? We'll see. We will see. We could have a few like quick pre-fight pep talk things that are different per partner, but that's a lot of different text to write since there's going to be 6 different partners and then like who knows how many different like, oh boy, it's a lot. There's going to be so much. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful night. Thank you for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow for more of this particular feature. Cool. Bye.